This is the first time I've seen this movie ever. Many people have told me, I love this movie. You're going to be in for a treat when you watch this film. Well, now I finally watched it. And do I like it? That's what you gotta stick around for. I'm Mint Salad and I saw Flash Gordon. It is directed by Mike Hudges, written by Lorenzo Semple Jr. If you haven't seen this movie, I will spoil it for you. This is requested by a Patreon. If you'd like to fast track a movie review, patreon.com/ASEPresents. On with the review. There's this guy who's really bored, so he decides to use his weapon to hurt a bunch of people. Now it's up to Flash Gordon to be like, yo, I'm a football player. That makes me qualified to fight in people's wars, and that's pretty much the movie. Flash Gordon plus a couple other of his English pals and people in the space place, they decide to equip them with the power and the knowledge to defeat once and for all their enemies. I like how flashy, I like how colorful it is. However, the plot, I don't care for it at all. I literally did watch it. I was like, wow, this is so cool. I like the colors. I like the action happening on scene. There's a lot of cool action in this moment. And I know it has to do with this general guy being bored. And of course, there's some politics to unpack here. But I feel like if you're going to do politics for an entirely new world, you have to start small. Star Wars did it right. Or like the first Star Wars. It's small enough to approach, okay, this is the world that we're living in. It's similar to our world, but the only difference is we got the Force. That's just like a Force people have access to. And then we got these really cool weapons. But that's like pretty much the only differences. And then we got like relatable characters. Star Wars is approachable. There's a reason why Star Wars is such a hit. When it comes to Flash Gordon though, it's not a hit with me. I don't like it that much. Sure, we're following Flash Gordon and he's a cool character and all, but I feel like there's too much going on. And I feel like the color coding of all of the suits in the space, all the space suits, they're color coded all over the place, so it's hard to be like looking at somebody and be like, that's the bad guy. That's who I'm going to be fighting against. That's who's injuring everybody that I love in this movie. Flash Gordon doesn't really have a clear distinction when it comes to who's the good guy and bad guy in terms of the colors, and also the designs as well. So of course, there's action moments, but it's not memorable as Star Wars is, because I don't really care that much about Flash Gordon as a character. Like, I don't care about him at all. Wow, you're a football player. You're already essentially at the, quote, top of what you can be at socially. So why do I care about a football player going into space to beat up some people? I literally don't. And he doesn't seem to go through some sort of struggle. Like, you know how Luke goes through a struggle because he's kind of a wimpy kid who stays inside a lot, does some water farming or whatever. He's not a football player, so it's kind of believable that he's struggling. But in this one, I don't believe the struggle. There's not as much emotionality, there's not much emotional connection as I would like there to be in a movie, and especially since this is introducing a big world with a bunch of new characters that I don't even know about. It's all just crammed in there, and it's all just, oh, here's a bunch of colors, here we go, pew pew, here's a bunch of cool little laser effects, pew pew, all that fun jazz, but ultimately, it's kind of whatever. I don't like Flash Gordon that much. Is the appeal lost on me? Why do you like Flash Gordon? Like I mentioned before, I didn't notice any very specific color palettes used. The color palettes were very much all over the place. It wasn't even like the evil people wore darker in value stuff. No, it was just kind of all over the place. I wish it was more clean cut. I just wish the colors were better considered. Overall, this is a whatever film in my opinion. But let me know what you think of Flash Gordon. Let me know what your favorite parts of Flash Gordon is. And if you've made it this far, be sure to hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. And I've got to give this one, it's a solid 6.4 out of 10. If you like this review, watch another on the platform who likes that. If I haven't reviewed on a channel, there's a chance I haven't even seen it at all, so go hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, and also go to that patreon.com/ASEPresents to request one movie for 1 month. Also, if you want to help sort the daily grindness, go to itsmintsalad.com. So you can go here, and until next time, it's salad sauce. See you later, my salad croutons and bacon bits. I want to find a way to go to space because space seems pretty cool. Why does Flash Gordon get to go to space and I don't?